Hey, hello, hello. I apologize for having to start at 4:30 today. People are used to me being on at 4. So I posted on the thumbnail that it would start at 4:30. I posted 2 days ago on my community tab. Sorry, I have a dog hair in my eye. That it would be at 4:30. And while I was at the doctor's office, I sent yet another reminder through my community tab that I would start at 4:30. Ooh, and now I have a dog hair in my eye. So I hope I didn't lose everyone in that transition. And again, my apologies. But I have to take care of my own physical health, and with being a caretaker, I have not been doing a good enough job. So I knew that, this appointment was going to kind of push things around, but, I had to do it. I did it. And here I am. And here you are. It's Friday. I love Friday. It's my favorite time to hang out with all of you. And I have just a bunch of stuff that I've never brought before, brand new stuff, and even stuff that I just got in the mail today to bring to this sale. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to open some of those things up first. So it's Friday. I'm Lucinda. It is my vintage, antique, and cool, fun, contemporary, sometimes vintage inspired show and tell jewelry day. And I will be on till about 7:30. And you know what? I'm actually prepared for if I have, a lot of people and people are loving the little treasures I'm bringing today, I'll stay until 8 or 8:30. I will. I'm really ready for that. So it's almost been a year of reselling for me on YouTube. Almost. It'll be the middle of September. So I'm real close to that mark. And I'm only at 274 subscribers. So I would like to see by the end of the year 500. That's probably not going to happen, but that would be nice. And just a little announcement. I have this giant vintage jar that I'm going to start filling with random bits and pieces of every little type of thing. Not just jewelry, but all kinds of fun things. And when I get to 500, I'll pick a winner. So I am in the San Francisco Bay Area, California, and I invoice through PayPal. If you're new to my channel and you bid on an item and you win, I will need you to email me at the address over there, your YouTube name, your real name, because they're often different, shipping address, including zip code, so I can figure out shipping, because shipping is not included, and your PayPal email. You can check out as a guest on PayPal. That's cool. That works. So that's a thing. Cassandra, aloha. I haven't seen you in a while. Aloha, aloha. And what else? Oh, so, and I ship through Pirate Ship, so that saves about a third on shipping. And I do build a box, so I hold boxes for 2 weeks so that people have an opportunity to put in more items and pay less for shipping. Because once you reach a pound, there's a certain amount where it doesn't make that much difference up until maybe about 5, something like that. Anyway, and jewelry is very light. So smaller boxes, smaller cost in shipping. And I do ship to Canada. Yeah. And that's pretty much. So the format, in case you haven't been here before, is casual. It's where I get to enjoy my first and foremost reselling love, vintage costume jewelry. And I get to do like a show and tell. So I pull an item out of this big old bowl next to me, open the package, bring it out, talk to you about it, go over reasons why I think that it's this or it's that, it's modern, it's older, I don't really know, it's signed, it's unsigned. Talk about different parts to help you identify things if you're out and about thrifting or wanting to pick up things. And you go on eBay, for instance, and they all say, well, this is a vintage, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you may already know, but if you don't know, I'm hoping to help educate you so that when you go to buy that item, you can look at the findings, the class, the type of beads, the metal work, and you can say to yourself, yeah, you know, that's 1960s vintage, or there's something wrong with that. And, you know, oh, they just replaced the clasp, so it's all good. Or this is totally Temu stuff, you know. So that's why I do it. That's why I do it. And it's just fun for me. So I'll go through all that and then I throw out a price. And then if you're interested, you put in the starting bid. That's pretty much the whole schmo. I'm just so glad to be sitting here. You know, I'm in Berkeley, Oakland, and I drove across town on a Friday on one of the busiest throughway main streets. And it was so crowded. And I was like, oh no, oh no. And I literally got here, walked in the door, was able to brush my teeth and grab some pecans in 25 minutes. Amazing. I'm happy. I'm happy, y'all. So welcome, lurkers. Welcome, people who say hello. And I am going to start this out by opening. I have no idea. Oh, this is something entirely different. Let me put it back here. That's for me. I'm going to open this first package because I didn't think I'd get these things in time for this sale. I thought it would be next Friday or Wednesday. So I hold live sales Friday. It's my casual show and tell vintage. And I hold live sales on Wednesday. And Wednesdays, I do lower end costume and lower end contemporary, if you will, jewelry, and some higher end household items or kitsch, blown glass, pottery. You know, you can see the stuff back here, right? Anything back there they're interested in, or you want me to show you some of that as we go along, I've shown it before, but I will. There's a beautiful old pottery platter back there with 2 butterflies on it. And that's something I've only shown once. So you can always ask. The other thing you can always do is tell me what you're looking for when you're here. Say, you know, I'm really looking for bangles. I'm looking for brooches. I'm interested in these 1950s, you know, mostly made in Japan. 3 multi-strand, you know, necklaces. I'm looking for earrings. I like copper. You know, throw it out there. Let me know. And I will be happy to accommodate if I can. So this first piece, y'all. Oh, I love it. I love it. And I'm a bangle and rings. You know that song, Gypsy Rose? Hey, has anybody seen my sweet Gypsy Rose? And no, I can't sing. But I have always had rings on every finger, rings up on top of my ring finger, multiple stacked rings. And I used to have toe rings on 2 toes on each foot. Oh, yeah. So that's just me. So this is the first item. And because I'm a bangle girl, Lord knows I'd love to keep it, but I bought it to bring to y'all. So that's what I'm going to do here. This is just beautiful. It is vintage. 1960s, late 50s, early 70s, lucite. And one of the things I really love, it is not, here goes my computer. I don't know if it's showing better on YouTube. It is not lime green. Yes, there you go. It is a yellow, black, and cream bangle. It's lucite. It is not a repop. Here's the inside. It's nice and thick, but it's very light. It has some layers you can see on the sides. How it's not perfectly even. I can see one little place where someone did the tiniest of pin prick to see if it was Bakelite, because, you know, people who don't know often get these confused. It is just so yummy. It is just so yummy. And let's see. I have to take this one ring off because nothing fits over because it sticks up. Here's what it looks like on. So see, here is more just the cream. And then on the opposite side is more of the yellow, slightly greenish hourglass. I have small, ladies small, which is like a 6.5 to almost 7 size wrist. And there's give right here. So unless you had really large hands, you would probably be able to get this over on up to a medium. This is not, let me look at that. I just pulled it out of the package. So I want to make sure I'm very careful, and I take my time here. I take my time because because it's my time. And I want to have fun, and I want to have an engaging chat. And bring your wine, bring your beer, bring your coffee. I have a coconut pink strawberry drink along with waters and a few pecans, because it's just a time for us to enjoy each other. So that's a little mark. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Right there. I think if I had more cleaning cloth here, that it would come right off, but I don't. I just have my finger and I don't want to put too much spit on it. So let me give you the dimensions, and I'm gonna be modding. So it's gonna take a little bit. It is about 2 3/4 on the inside dimension. So from outside to outside, it's a little over 3. So that would make it like 6 inches in diameter, essentially. So technically that does leave it at a woman's small. So, but I love it. If you can wear, no. See, when I'm my own mod, technical difficulties. I can't. Let's put cap blocks on. Starting bid on this one is $24. and it came in this lovely pink box. I have recycled boxes, but this one would come in this pink box. Not that that matters. Not that that matters, but it's going to go right back in that box. So this fantastic bangle, and I see these depending on what they are, quality, and it weighs nothing. God, going up to like $40. And I was able to wheedle and deal with the dealer. And so I'm able to bring it to you all for $24. So I'm going to go ahead. Earthbound. Hi, honey. I hope you're doing well. And you don't have to stay. And I know I started late, but you know, I'm so glad you popped in to say hello, honey. And like I say, I hope you're doing well. Earthbound, have you had your birthday celebration yet? Everyone, it was Earthbound Spirit's birthday. Either it was or it's coming up any second or it's even today. So if everyone could say happy birthday to my lovely friend, Earthbound, tomorrow. See, there you go. I hope you get my box by then because I believe I put a little something in there. I tried to find something else, but it wasn't. I just couldn't find. I asked Nightmare, and I just couldn't find the right thing. So I apologize. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. Happy birthday, honey. I'm going to put this aside. And the other thing you should know about my channel is, in general, my channel, but particularly on Fridays, I don't do recaps. Oh, okay. Okay. So I did put in the one little thing, you know, but I don't remember. I don't know if I specifically added a birthday present. I really wanted to. And who knows, maybe something's still coming. Oh, good. Good, Earthbound. Okay. So we'll open another package in a minute. Let's just keep this train a-rolling, shall we? I've got if I could pick the computer up and show you over here what I've got, I would. But then I can, I could just, you all have no idea. I can show you. I just went to the dollar store and bought these boxes, for $1, right? Maybe $1.25. And I have stacks and stacks of them filled, based on what they're color coded, based on what's in them. And then I have all of these to put all the earrings and brooches. And that's just, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the long rectangular boxes, 3 of these. And that's just at my dad's. I then need to take them up to my homestead. So that's how out of control I am, y'all. Had a lot going on. But I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love playing with you all and chatting with you, and that's worth more than anything. It just really is. So this is a beauty, and I have brought it. Yeah, I have brought it many times and been absolutely amazed that no one's bought it. It's getting, and I've had this in a box for 28 years and also have worn it at times. And it's getting to the point where it may just start going on my wrist, at least for a while. Okay, I want to open it. So what I want to show you is, it is a Coro. It's not showing up quite as well as I would like, but it is definitely a Coro, and I want to open the clasp, and it doesn't want to cooperate. It's also got the safety chain, So it's one of the better quality, where not only do you have the fold over locking clasp, but you have the chain link clasp. It is in gold tone, but it is not gold. And this is an outstanding piece. It's a high-end Coro. Is it 1960s? 1950s? Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking as I show it. So these to me feel like they're not glass pearls, okay? They're not real pearls either. They don't feel real on my teeth, but they are. And is that a tiny nick? That is one tiny nick, barely noticeable. The computer makes it look huge, but they are made to look like real pearls, and they stand up quite high. Sandra, hello, Sandra. Okay, Earthbound, listen, you have a fabulous birthday, and I have not forgotten that I still want to send you something. I ran in and out of this grocery store the other day, and I was going to pick up a card for my nephew and a card for you. Didn't happen. So, but it will. And this right here is really great, high quality glass made to look like onyx. And the more I've looked at this just now, I believe a lot of the reason why it's so shiny is that it has AB coating on it. Because you see that? I think it's a black glass with like an AB coating on it. It's just, and then here's the like fleur de lis. Now, Coro and many other high-end companies started using this type of clasp where they wrap the pieces together in this crimped piece instead of just using your basic, where is it? Round finding like this. And that just changed the game for jewelry. What it does is it makes it articulate. And so it has a lot of movement, and it also holds the piece together so well, and it just gives that elegant look to it. So and it's got the safety chain. I'm sure this cost a pretty penny back in the day at the Dillards and the Macy's and the Capwells. So again, it's a small. If I were to put it on and close the clasp, it would be, just the barest of room. See how much I can move it on my small size 6.5 wrist. But it's stunning. I will give you a measurement. I'm going to go ahead and put in a starting bid. This one is not cheap. Sorry, or inexpensive, I should say. Starts at $38. And everyone, or a lot of people know, but not everyone, I mean, that's a silly thing to say, knows that this type of metal, Coro and other companies who made items like this, it's done in such a way that it doesn't rub off, it doesn't tarnish, it doesn't flake. It will forever have this beautiful gold tone look. And I want you to really see how golden it is. It's a great piece. It is a small. Nightmare. Hello. You're off to get your iced cap. That sounds good. I felt a little nauseous last night, so I opted out into the pink drink with coconut milk, which is too much sugar, but will do the same as caffeine instead of the caffeine to upset my tummy. Otherwise, I would be having a shaken almond milk, brown sugar, horchata. Yep, love that, with an extra shot of espresso. So it is 7¼ inches long. So that's a lady's small. That's a lady's small. And, take a screenshot, look it up, and see if you find one. I have looked this up 3 different times over the last year, and I have not found one exactly like this. I believe this probably cost, $25 or $30 back in the 50s, 60s. It's possible because Coro did such amazing work for so very, very long, and it has this kind of newer brushed metal, that this could be early 70s. Okay, it's a little hard for me to date, but the fact that it has the additional safety chain speaks volumes about what this was. Wouldn't this be lovely to have the necklace and the earrings? Ugh, drooling. Okay. I'm going to put it aside. So now I don't do recaps. So at any time, if you come in later, and I'll say this as I go along here and there, and I keep everything in bags and separate so that it doesn't, chip, tarnish, tangle, whatever. You can go to your little round wheel and hit playback speed of 1.5, 1.75, 2.0, and go through real quick and then drop in the chat. Hey, you know what? I'm interested in that item. Did that sell? And I will happily pull it from the second shelf or second bowl and look for it. And I see my buddy Sandra. Sandra, you have impeccable taste. I still am spinning from Jason Adams' first live sale with his partner Jeremy. Wow. I mean, they did like over 80 items in 2 hours and did it so well. And Sandra, you were just, oh my gosh, the rings you got. Absolutely, absolutely drooling over here. I just had to sit on my hands the whole time. Oh, okay. So I see Sandra in, so I'm going to do a fair warning. Now, this should be caps. Fair warning. Now, if anyone else is interested, you need to come in at 39 or higher. And if we ever get to 50, we need to bid in $2 increments. If for some reason it ever got to 100, we would bid in 5. Okay. But currently, you can just bid in $1 higher. At 50, it would be $2 at a time. And at 100, it would be 5. We've never gone there yet, but who knows? We have gone over 50. Sandra, right? I know, I had a blast. Okay, so fair warning. I don't see anyone else coming in. I'm going to say last call. Thank you, Sandra. I am waiting for their next sale. I mean, I can't afford a lot of those prices, but that doesn't even matter. I learned so much from them, and I just, so much fun. Sold to Sandra for 38. Sandra, this is one of my favorite pieces that I've had worn and had in this box for so long, and I'm really happy it's going to you because you're gonna love it. Not that someone else wouldn't, but I mean, I know you've been coming around for a while, and I know your taste, and I'm just happy. Okay, let me make a note. Thank you so much. Start bought. Okay, and Sandra. How's the weather up there, Sandra? Hello, Michelle. Welcome to my channel. I haven't met you before, but I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to meet you. Okay. Well, this one's just sitting over here. And I am not entirely sure what's going on with this piece, except that I love it. And I know the beads are like really old. I don't know a lot more than that. I really don't. And I wish I did, because it's lovely. Okay, so we're going to walk through this. I'm throwing things on the floor over here. Very hot. Ugh. It's it actually sprinkled here, and it's raining up north just a tiny bit, but so it's like muggy, but not that hot. But when the next couple days for Berkeley hot is like people start freaking out at 75 degrees, and it's going to go up above 80 for several days. So up at my homestead where I live in Mendocino County, we'll probably be in the hundreds. And I'm not going back up till I'm going up September 3rd for about 12 days. And I'm hoping it's like 80, 85, because the county fair and rodeo is happening. And I love Wrangler butts. Men, women, Wrangler butts. Anytime. It's a good time. I love it. And all the boots stomping and the cowboy hats. And then, you got your hippies. I mean, you got a full range of everyone, and everyone's having a good time. Okay. So this is my next item. And let's check it out. This is the real color. This like yellow lime. I don't know the right name for this color, but it's really incredible. And what I really would love for you guys, I want to find a good bead to show you, because they're very old. And one of the best ways to show that is if I can find a bead with like a lot of something going on. Okay, maybe these ones. It's not really going to show you well. Okay, so they are glass. They are not ceramic or plastic, and they are cut. Let's see if I can get that in there. They are cut randomly as they were made, like it's uneven cuts. They're all a little bit, they're the same size, but a little bit different. See how this one, these are longer than that one? It's because they're much older, handmade. The white seed beads are older. It's on just black, thick thread, which is another indication of older stringing of beads and older necklaces. None of the metal wire or the plastic, like kind of fishing line stuff, different dimensions. This one would be good if I could get it, but it's not showing. There, you can just see the lines in the beads up from the hand blowing of them. And it's just unique. It's just different. And it's really long. Now, is it, antique? I don't think so. I can't say that, but possibly. I have never seen this color wave in a bead. It definitely reminds me of the old, like Czechoslovakian and other beads where I used to go and buy the cobalt blue and the red. Good Lord, I'm forgetting the name of the red glass beads. They have a particular name. I can't remember it right now. Is it as old as the 30s, 20s? Yes, quite possibly it is. There is a few places where, because these beads are so old, where there's a slight crack. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Crack in the bead. See right there? And that's just because they're so old and they were hand blown. If I could show you the grooves in them, that would help. So it's really long. That's really long. I bet you could double it. Could you? No, you can't quite double it. But so let me show you. I'm wearing one of my favorite gray blue wave multi-strand 1950s Japan. So it comes down to below your bra line. And I will give you a measurement. And it's just an unusual piece. And I'm going to put in the starting bid. Thank you all for being here and bearing with me. I'm going to make this one. That's too hot. 75 or 80 is too hot for you, Sandra. Which one? Or the 100 degrees, right? Up in Mendocino. That's, yeah, it's too hot for me. So I'm going to give you a measurement. It's just, and it's more a yellow. Let's put it on my black little necklace dummy, if you will. Display. It's a puce, yellow, green. I hate the word puce because, it has bad connotations sometimes. It's like that. It's lovely. It's just simple. It's not a big thing. I got it at a great price. The person who had it did not know what they had, but I did. Starts at 20. So let me tell you how long it is. It's very long, which is another nice thing because then you can layer it with many different necklaces. So a rough estimate, 14. A rough estimate is 21 inches on each side. So the drop is 21. So the total diameter is, my math, 42. 42. Okay. And I'm going to pop this one back in its bag. What bag was it not? Where'd the bag go? Did I not have this one in a bag? Shame on me. I must have taken it out. I had to put everything together yesterday afternoon. And then at the last minute, I got a call about training a new caregiver. And so I was rushing and organizing and, blah, blah, blah. So this one I must have pulled out something and I just didn't get in the bag. Oh, I see Sandra's in. This is just different and it's older. And so thank you, Miss Sandra. Fair warning. It's in a bag now. And Sandra, you know that actually when I ship, I do my best to put everything in a box. Similar to this, but just recycled cardboard with the cotton in it. So it ships really well in the box. And then you can store them in the boxes like this if you wish, right? So it's just more elegant. I also have long necklace boxes with like a little bows on top, satin, and ring boxes if anyone ever buys rings. It just makes it better. So someone would have to come in at 21 or higher. Last call. And don't do a countdown. I'm just going to say sold to Sandra for 20. Thank you, Sandra. Let me know what you think of this when you get it in person. It is, it's different. It's fun. I'm glad you see that. Let me write that down. And I really firmly believe it's older because of the beads. it comes across with like the trade bead kind of feeling. Except it's not in the color wave of trade beads, but it's just, it's, I don't think it's not from America. The beads are not from America, but what does that mean? No idea. No idea. Thank you again, Sandra. Okay. I'm going to take a sip. Yeah, and thank you, Sandra. I'd love to see what you do with it. I'd love to see what's going on. So we're kind of on I have so many things over here. So again, Dandy. There you are, Dandy. I'm here. I had to start late because of my doctor's appointment. I said this, but I'll say it again. I said it in my community post as a caregiver, not taking care of my own health. So I took the first appointment that was available for a physical and just pushed the sale back because I've been really crappy about putting on my own oxygen mask. How's it going, Dandy? How's it going, sweetie? I miss playing with you. It is Dandy. It's Friday. It's my favorite day. It's my favorite day. And I was telling everyone that, if I had a good crowd and people were like loving it, the show and tell, and really wanting to hang out and buy, that, I'll stay until 8 or 8:30. Now, this is just the sweetest little thing. Y'all, it is not signed. Is it potentially, even though there's no markings, a gold chain? Yes, it actually, I'm getting a tester. I just ordered it today. In between everything else I'm doing. It looks, God, the color is so washed out. It looks like gold. It's a super thin, fine chain. So if it is in fact gold, because it's older, I would say, it's like that 10 karat or that 8 karat, or it's just plated. But I don't see any place on here where there's wear or tarnish. So that just takes me back to gold. Dandy. Yes. Let's do it. Let's talk over the weekend, middle of the week, whatever works for you. We can do it on your channel, my channel. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And we could plan a start time that works for you. And, like a 5 hour. I'll just have my snacks and we could do a 5 hour. So you got my digits. Okay. So what is going on in this older chain? I think this probably came from Italy because of the material, the subject matter. And I'm thinking 1960s or 70s. It's in this. Now, hold on. It's real stone. So I believe it's real stone. It has multiple colors depending on how the light hits it, with his beautiful praying hands. The excuse me, the binding attachment here that goes through the pendant is worn off, okay? It is worn off down to that brass. So it is not gold any longer. Now, this has all the different, it can be white, it can be the different colors. It's small, probably less than an inch, but it's so dainty. Gold praying hands. Now, how did they achieve that look? It is white glass. Yeah, fantastic, Dandy. It is white glass, but the back here is it's coated. It's not showing very well. I hate that. But this gray, boy, all it wants to do is sparkle for you guys. And that's the back. So the hands are inset, carved out. It's carved out, and then they're painted gold, almost like a reverse paint. And then the back, gray coating, almost similar to bangles, like the moon glow bangles, which I'm going to show you one, that have that silver metallic coating or painting to make it pop. Well, this is the same idea. It just doesn't want to show very well for you. It's a nice thick little piece. I will put in a starting bid and then give you the dimensions. It's tiny. It's very dainty. So if I were to put this on, I'll know once I measure it, and then I can show you on my neck where it will fall, because I can tell you right now it's tiny. Nightmare, you got your iced cappuccino. That was so fast. What do you live like right next to one? I mean, honestly, how is that happening so fast? Hold on. So I want to be sure I get this because it's small. 7. It's like 7¼ inches drop. So it is 14½ inches around. And that's without the pendant drop. But that's how big the chain is. So how big the chain is, let me pull this up. So it's shorter than this by far. It's literally like right up here. Okay, it's small because this is 16½. And this necklace I'm talking about is only 14. So it's up here. You're literally, the drop is going to be right here in the crook of your neck with the praying hands. And the praying hands themselves are, well, it is about almost an inch long. And I'm surprised by that because it's just so dainty. And 3/4 inch wide. And did I not put in the starting bid? Well, what the heck? She is an Octobot. Okay, starting bid for this. Sorry, you guys. I'm here. I promise. Starting bid for this is 15. 15. I don't know. Wow. Where's my brain? I don't know. So it's just, like I said, I think it's from Italy. And I just think it's really sweet. And I'm thinking because of the style of chain, 70s. And this closure could be a little older. Not entirely positive. And, if you really don't like that this has worn away down to the brass, you can get a new one of these at any bead place and just take this one off with pliers and put another one on. And these are things also that if you ever buy it, I can always fix for you for an additional small charge. Okay. So, oh yeah. Well, you worked today, Nightmare. You worked, right? And so honestly, coffee shop has to be right next to you. I don't know how you do that so fast. And then there was something else. Yes, Danny, you got your new bed. That's fantastic. You know what? Bad beds are bad beds. Oh, I like Thursdays and Fridays. If you can't have weekends, Thursdays and Fridays are great. Okay, let's save this package for opening for a little while. I want to bring, well, let's see. Let's bring this. This is like contemporary artist, fascinating thing. Fascinating thing. And because I don't have a tester, I can only guess. I can only guess. I will have the tester. Still be testing. But in the meantime, I'm making my best guess. Ugh. Yuck. Because I have fibromyalgia and I mostly have. There you go. I disappeared. And it's all over my body, but primarily shoulders, arms, and back. And then I've got a bad disc down by my hips. I go through like different pillow combinations and every 6 months for 20 years. And then a bed has to be exactly not too hard, not too soft, hold my body, but not push on my body. I mean, it's a whole thing. And finally, for the first time in the last 10 years, I found the perfect bed just on accident. And I love it. It makes all the difference in the world because with fibromyalgia too, it interrupts your sleep. So I wake up like every 3 hours, sometimes for 10 minutes, sometimes for an hour or more, all night long. So I'm in bed from like 8 o'clock at night until 8:30 in the morning. That's 12 hours, but I'm not sleeping that much. I mean, I'm awake and awake and awake, and I just, I live with it. That's the way it is. And but it sucks, man. It's annoying. Okay, so this is the pendant drop. This is artisan made. There is no markings. Oh, yeah, Nightmare. You are very thoughtful. That was a very thoughtful thing to think about. Okay. So this is the artisan pendant drop. And, you either like it or you don't. I find it pretty fascinating. I think this person had a really good idea in mind. I think they had a lot of fun making it. I couldn't possibly tell you if this is real silver or not. I'm sure that the rhinestones are just rhinestones. I mean, if these they're like a champagne beige color. If this was real, well, blow me down, but I wouldn't have a way to tell. They are glass. And then the top is gold tone. So to me, it's some kind of like the universe, like the Milky Way spinning round and round is the concept that I see. And it's large. I don't have the appropriate chain to put it on, so I'm leaving it up to the buyer. Here is where the chain would go through these 2 loops. Then it has a copper piece that attaches to what might be silver because it's very lightweight, but it might just be a pot metal. I have no way of knowing. And this is like a plastic on here that I believe is from the mold. However, it could be from something else. And I can take my pliers and pop that right off so it's not scratching you. So that's the pendant. And okay, I'm going to use a word. I think it's groovy. Okay. I think it's groovy. And there's no signature. There's no way for me to know. And then it has matching earrings. And if they would just stop moving, that would help a lot. Matching hanging earrings, essentially the same pattern, silver in tone with the beige champagne rhinestones. And then now what's on the back of these, though, that's what I think was on the back of that pendant. And that's why that little kind of glue / plastic is there, is a piece of abalone with a piece of metal. And it's just, I believe, glued on, not soldered. So I guess that's so it wasn't, so the earrings aren't totally see-through. Concept. So that may have been what was on here, but it is no longer. And these are a good size and they're not heavy. I have an issue with that. So I just think they're really interesting, but they would have to go to the right person. Starting bid. I don't 23. And trying to think about this. I think you know what? I got these for a good price. I'm going to change that. And again, it has to be to the right person. It's different. It's contemporary. I think it's got a lot to be said for it, but it is not what everyone is necessarily here for or wants. So starting bid of 18. 18. And I'm going to go ahead and pass on it. I'm just writing down the price. So again, my friends, I will tell you that I don't do recaps. So if you come in late, you can go to your little setting wheel and fast forward and just look at what's been shown and let me know if you're interested in something and I will bring it back. Just put it in the chat and I will accommodate your wish. Now, oh, good Lord, I have so much stuff. Oh, what about this? I have a package I need to open. Well, let's stay on this theme of really interesting abalone and then do this piece. I think this is really interesting. Thank you for being here. Dandy, do you have like a bad spine? You know what I mean? Do you have like damage or whatever? I just found out my poor little doggy has spondylolysis, which is where the bony growth grows over top of the discs, because I don't really know why. My daughter has it too, but it causes like pain. It can cover over the nerves, and it causes like arthritis pain and, just the whole thing. He's got it in 3 places. He's 11 and a half. So he's on this new kind of antibody shot. And he's like 75% different. He didn't want to jump. His back legs shook all the time. He didn't want to run around. He resisted walking. He never made his little happy sounds, for like the last year. And I was just like, oh my dude, this is terrible. So I did all the testing, and that's what's going on with him. It breaks my heart. But he literally is like 75% better from this shot. I can't remember the name, but both cats and dogs can get it every month. So I think this was made in the 70s. Okay. That's what I think. And I think that because of kind of the lobster claw, it could be a little older. It could, but I'm just going to go with the 70s. It has this extender. That's the extender part of the chain. There is no maker's marking that I see. This is just, your basic chain. It's kind of like a copper color. And now this is copper. This is copper. And it's got this copper pieces right there. That's all copper. At the very least, copper coated. And it's very strong, well put together. And then it goes off into these really nice, very thin cut abalone, white, and then the shiny gray or blue big pieces, and the very thin, like wafer thin. I think it's beautiful. If you like abalone, which I love abalone, so that's why I'm saying it, because I love abalone. It's got like the white with the browns and the greens, and then look, see, there's the translucent pinks and blues. Look at that, depending on the light. And so I want to take the extender, longer than it necessarily is. So let's put it on the very first finding hoop. Okay. So it's just this very simple copper with cut abalone, small and large, and wafer thin. Look at that. Wafer thin. Really pretty. Very different. And the extender is, sorry, it's wavering all over the place, maybe 2 inches. Maybe 2 inches. So I'm going to put in a starting bid. I just think it's different and unique. Let's see. What do you guys think? Yeah, I did that thing where I should never be allowed to mod for myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Dandy. It's starting bid $16. It's been 25 years trouble sleeping. And when I first developed my chronic pain, I refused to take any medication of any kind, period. I was in my, my 30s, and I was just like, no way, not happening. And I just laid on the couch for like 2 years, crying and crying in so much pain. And I would have to go into the doctors and get, after I couldn't stand it anymore, and occasionally get shots of like morphine. I kid you not. I couldn't move my neck at all. I couldn't lift my arms. So, it's much better than that. I have a lot more range of motion. And I've learned how to live with it. Oh, thank you. You know what? I like the colors of this one. And this one, buried under here, is very hard to see, but I found it in a big old bag of jewelry. It's very old, and I'm going to take it to a jeweler. It's yellow. I think it may be an old yellow diamond chip. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to find out. So how long is this? How long is this? Uh-oh. See, I'm touching things. Don't touch things. Don't touch things. I'm like a bull in a china shop. 7. It's about 11 inches drop without the extender. With the extender, if you wanted to put that on, well, it is 3 inches. So 1.5, 12.5. So a total of around 23, 24. Around 23, 24. And I will undo the clasp and just give you an idea. And then we can move on. So look at that. It hits right there. Oh, that's really pretty. If I didn't have this in the way. My layers. Sorry, y'all. Make it fall. Yeah. And it weighs nothing. So it would be a nice piece to layer. Okay. To layer with other necklaces. Like I often do in Dandy. Dandy is like a queen of layering things together that look really good together. By the way, Dandy, I didn't know if you knew that or not, but you do that very well. Very well. Okay. So if you change your mind, let me know. It's just a simple little thing, but I think it's really interesting. Okay, let me dig into, well, let's show this, and then I'm going to open this other bag that I just got. And that I started at 18, right? No, 16. 16. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Okay, so this is a very simple, but I think fantastic piece. I would wear it, and it would be one of those things I could layer. It is probably 1970s. It does not have a name. It is not a repop of these cherry red carved plastic. Sorry, my glasses are falling out. Carved plastic, chunky graduated size beads. They have a little tiny bit of AB coating. I think they do. It's hard to tell if they really, I'm going to take that back. Well, maybe because it's so shiny, but at the same time, I don't really see a coating. I just see that this is this very shiny cherry red, very carved. So it has so many facets, if you will, which makes it shine and sparkle. Plastic beads. See, there you go. So it's just, 1960s, probably 1970s plastic. But I think the color, it's the color. It's the color. It's vintage and it's the color. Look at that. It's the color. It's all about that color. It's all about that color. And there's just not a lot for me to say. It's got this drop extender, little ball, and this little like lobster claw. There's not a lot to say about any of that, but the color, is beautiful. And it goes right to my collarbone. So imagine just this on. It's got a lot to say. So I am going to put a starting bid in of, oh my God, where am I? I'm not even, see, I mod myself and I'm like typing and I'm over in La La Land, or I open up another screen, or it's just ridiculous. I don't know why something so simple is so incredibly difficult for me. Y'all. 15. And it's just the color. Christmas time, Valentine's, anytime you just want to like walk into the room, it's so, look at the sparkle. Yeah, I love it. So since it fits, it lands right at my collarbone, I'm betting it's about 16. It is actually 16 with a 2-inch extender. So I was right. 16 inches, 8 inches on each side, 16 inches around in total with a 2-inch extender. Really nice, fun piece of plastic. Okay, thank you for looking. Naima, are you enjoying your iced cappuccino? What did you do on your day off? Dandy, I mean, it's Friday, so your schedule, is a little bit less hectic, but, oh, it melts too fast. Does it? How hot is it there? I mean, if you get full ice, unless it's really hot. I don't know. I try to avoid getting too much ice because then I feel like I'm just getting a bunch of ice. I'm paying for water. Cherry red plastic necklace, and that started at 15. No, well, that's fun. Okay, let me bring you some vintage. And what is that vintage going to be? Because I have a lot of it. Well, this is it without opening this package yet. I'm going to show it a few bangles. This is a very interesting thing. And I got this along with a couple other things for, oh, yeah. This Steph has a, is that a regular Thursday night mart, or did she do a pop-up? Because she has regular scales and then she'll just also do pop-ups. And, she's very much like me or like Dandy. She'll just come on and just kind of keep going until she feels like she's done, So, and I bet you modded for her, either you or Muppets, right? So I got these all together in a lot. Oh, okay. And I thought it was just a really pretty enameled purple. It's more like a blue. It's not purple. It's like a dark blue with a light blue line in the middle. I thought it was just an enameled bracelet. Ah, okay. Oh, so see, I'm thinking about changing my Wednesday time. I don't think it's a good time. So if Steph is doing that could be another good reason for me to change the time. I need to look into that. So I just thought it was this really floral, like periwinkle. Here's the name, periwinkle blue enameled bangle. And that in itself was, well, it didn't show when I got this lot, and it was in its own bag. And there's a name. I had to do a there went my internet. I'm back though. Okay. Me. Ugh. Me. I know I'm putting it all in caps. Michaela Bray. So I'd never heard of this person before. Here's the signature in gold. So I learned all about her. So she is from Vienna, and she started this company. She learned this craft in the 50s. She started her company in the late 50s, started going really strong in the 60s, and she did it up until the 70s. And in the 70s, she wanted to build it bigger, build it better. I don't know. And she partnered with her accountant, who didn't do art, but knew, I guess, how to run the business or whatever. And then she died in the 70s. And this person then owned the business. And they became and are now have a different name, Fryville and something else. And all the top, like, clothing people and stuff and fashion shows they are designers for. Like, it's a huge company. This is a very early piece of hers. It is just Michaela Fry. I believe this is from the 60s, before she ever hooked up with the accountant, because it's not the other name. So what the technique is that she used, she studied the old enameling techniques, the like ancient ways of doing cloisonne and enameling. And it's hard to show you the amount of detail in here. And she used pure gold dust to make the colors pop and to bond things. I can't fully explain it, but there's a couple listed that are fairly low price, but the majority of these, just these little bangles like this, are upwards in the $30 and $40. Her bigger pieces with more going on go for hundreds. So I'm going to put a starting bid in. So I got to learn something new. I mean, to me, it was just a nice little cloisonne enamel bracelet. And I got it for a really good price. So I'm going to let it go for a really good price. Let's take off this ring again. But it is, I don't think this will ever go down in value. I think it'll go up in value. And it's periwinkle blue. The flowers are white with a touch of blue. And then there's like some green leaves. And I don't even know. I can't, if there's, they say she used gold dust, like 24 karat gold, which is how the old cloisonne was actually done. But I just don't know enough about all of this to say that that is in there. And of course, it's not marked anymore because it's just a part of the process. It weighs nothing. It's beautiful. It's old and it has zero damage. Zero damage. $16 is, if you look her up, is a fantastic price. And I think this, yeah, it's 2 3/4. So the 6.5. It's a ladies small. However, it's a ladies small when I do the measurements. But if I had the bracelet measure, look how much room is left on my wrist. I would say that there's something I'm not calculating correctly, and this will go up to a ladies medium because look at the room compared to the other ones I put on. So I'm measuring wrong somehow. This would go up to a medium. So, do a dive on her. Do a dive on her. Learn about it. If nothing else, you've learned something about jewelry and this, or the original cloisonne process and her process. That's just really stunning and really cool. And the thing that you will not find is just her signature. All the pieces that are out there right now are all her name, but with the copyrighted or with the new company name, but not just like this, which leads me to be really sure that this is an early piece of hers. A person who sold this to me obviously didn't know what they had. And that's okay. And like I say, I got it at a great price. Jason, I got it at a great price, so I'm able to let it go for a great price. Jason Adams. Hello. Jason Adams. Do you know about Michaela Frey? I just got this bracelet in a lot and had never heard of her and did this whole dive, and fascinating stuff. I was really like, wow, wow, what a great artist she was. What a great artist. And the company, is still growing strong. You do. Well, of course you do. See, and the company, which is Fryville or whatever it is, it's still going strong, but it's, she died in the 70s. She just fascinating. So let's see what, y'all. I have, obviously and always so much. And again, anytime, friends, if you are interested in something in particular, bracelets, contemporary, clampers, put it in the chat. Let me know. Okay, I'm going to do this and then this. I have a smattering of stuff. Like I said, I have mostly new stuff I'm bringing. So let me just put the M Fry, because I got such a great price. I was able to offer it so low. If you do a dive, you'll see they go for a lot. Now, mostly the fancier stuff, it goes for high dollars. Jason, you guys did so, you and your partner, Jeremy. What an outstanding job you did in 2 hours. Unbelievable. You had a goal, you had a plan, and it worked. I was really impressed by that. You're a good businessman. And you always bring such great stuff. So what's not to love? And the education that you give to all of us. Thank you. Always learning. Okay. Do I know anything about these? Not really. Not really. I researched these ad nauseum. And Google image, which is the first place I go. Then I look at the listings, but I look at multiple and I try to find a name. And then I do a deeper dive because anyone can say that anything is anything. I can say that, but that doesn't make it true. And anyone can ask any price. And then eBay averages out that price because everyone is all now just copying what the first person said. So I went down a big rabbit hole with these. And just this morning, I think I figured out at the very least that what I already know, they're definitely vintage. Who is the maker? Still unclear. What year? I don't know. I'm going to go with the 60s or 70s. I kind of more get a 70s vibe. Is it silver, like real silver on top of the copper, which is two pieces, put together? I don't know. There's no markings anywhere. So then I'm going to say no. Does it look like it's real sterling? It really does. And I really wish I had the tester. I have two of them. I have two, and they're beautiful. And again, I got them for an excellent price. So here's the inside copper. And we all know, if you've been coming to my channel for a while, Lucinda loves copper and plastic. So it's just my problem. So there's the inside with the copper. All of the bracelets are put together like this. This is not a mistake. This is not breaking. This is them putting the piece on top and bringing it around. And I guess at the last minute, cutting and soldering it together. Why I don't know. But all the ones, even the ones that were kind of similar, and the ones I saw that were kind of similar until this morning were clampers, hinged and clampers. They too have that. Now look at this design. It's copper with this beautiful silver tone work on top of it. There's the flower. And to me, this is like fleur de lis and just like flowing wind. It's really intricate. Really intricate. Look at all that work. Jason. I bet Jason knows exactly what these are too. Again, I just don't. Because I've never seen them before. Oh, Jason, you're so sweet. And I do have so many of the most bestest people out there on YouTube who come and hang out with me on my show and tell Fridays. And I appreciate the bejesus out of it. So thank you for saying that. And it's just my fun time. There you go. Look at that. To educate. I just have this feeling that there's more to these than meets my eye. But I can't tell you what it is. And so I have it in this larger size. Oh, Jason. Jason, if you do that, I will come out to your home and give you a My internet, y'all. I don't know why it does that. I'm sorry. Good Lord. I hate that. Jason, that's so sweet. God bless you. I mean, honestly, the love is amazing. And so then I also have this exact same one in a smaller size. Okay. And I really wish I knew more about them because there's a lot more silver than what's showing here. Maybe it's showing. They are magical. Jason, you just rock. So I'm going to put in a starting bid for choice. And because I have some idea, but no real idea, maybe someone's going to get like an incredible deal. And, but I don't know. I love them. I would wear them all day long. Maritza, honey. And Jason, one day I'm going to have enough money to buy a whole bunch of things on your live sales. And in the meantime, I'm just going to attend and eat popcorn and have a blast. So here's what they look like on. They are not heavy and they're just fabulous, man. I don't know. Some things really excite me. Jewelry excites me in general, but there's something about these. That's all I know. There's something about these, and I really, because of the image, it's so similar to so many other things out there, and there's no artist signature, maker's mark. I I can't give you more information. But depending on where you are, you can smell the copper. And it's just overlaid in this heavily carved out and then inlaid silver tone, if not actual sterling silver. And it's these things, that's really fantastical. Fantastical. Word of the day. Fantastical. Did I put in a starting bid? What? I didn't. See, I cannot be trusted to mod for myself. What is wrong with me? Did I articulate it? Is that the Muppets? My sweet. I cannot be trusted to mod. I don't think I put in a starting bid at all. What's wrong with me? Oh my God. Yes, I did. You got someone tell me. Didn't I put in? Yes, I did. 18. Good Lord. Right? Yes. Okay. I'm like losing my mind over here. See, I just get caught up in having fun. And it's not like this big pressure, sell, and I forget what I'm doing. Y'all, Jason, again, you're just a big, snuggly, lovey bear of a man, of a person. Forget, that, just of a person. I feel so blessed to have somehow stumbled upon you. So they're almost 3 inches wide. So diameter wise, 6 inches. Ladies, small. Let's put it back on again just because they're so incredibly cool and I want to be sure. Ladies, small. Okay, I need to get a bangle thing because there's a ton of room here. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but to me, that's a medium. Look at all that room. And I put these on all the time. There's no room. So I'm going with a medium. I cannot keep doing this measurement and then this chart that I learned, blah, 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 because it's not right. I mean, it's not right. It's a ladies medium. And so is that. And I'm going to get the little cone, and then I can tell you with a surety. But y'all think about this. These are, they don't weigh a lot because this is one piece and this is one piece. And inside here is hollow. But they are unique and fabulous. And if you like your coppers, and this etching filled in, you'll like these. I'm about to have to close those curtains. Muppets, Muppets, Muppets. If I say that 3 times, what happens? What happens? Okay, I'm just going to put down that the copper silver color, or possibly actual, I don't know. I can't wait till I get my tester. Bracelets choice for 18. Think about it again. I don't do recaps, not really ever. And I'm going to close the curtains, and especially not on Friday. No way. So if you come in late and you think maybe I've, gone past something or through something and you're interested, do a brrr on your wheel and then put in the chat what you're interested in. Thank you. Okay. Internet's starting to frustrate me. I don't, it's always around this time of day. And that makes me think that everyone's coming home from work and starting to turn on all their devices, which doesn't make sense, right? So I don't know. Now, surprisingly, hold on. Here's a hang. Yeah. Surprisingly to me, this does not have a maker, because I would have guessed like, some kind of a Coro or listener. It's definitely 1950s. It's made incredibly well, and yet it is not signed. Now, often only one piece out of the set of 3 is signed. So, but usually it would be the necklace and not the earring. So I have the necklace and the bracelet of these. Not signed. 1950s. Moving into, I would believe, the early 60s. To me, this is very Aztec in style. It's white baked enamel over gold tone, and it is a little bit lower quality. Okay, lower isn't right. It is not the same quality as Coro. And why do I say that? You see how it's articulated? Nightmare. How it's articulated. So each piece has the movement. But what this particular company did, more movement. Okay. I really, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. It has the hang, I always do this backward. It has the hang tag with the extender, but there's no name on the hang tag. It has just a simple hook clasp. And here's the back. There is no wear to any of the enamel. Here's the back. What I will say, and I think 60s possibly 70s, but I don't think so. It does have the same kind of crimped over closure that was so typical of the 50s. But as you can see, compared to a few of the other pieces that I've shown you tonight and in the past, it's a little bit cheaper, right? And the quality is just a little less. It's not bad, but it's a little less. But it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's the necklace. I'll put it on in a second so you can see. It comes with a set. And this is the bracelet. Same design. Has a big old square closure. Now on the back of this one, the metal does have some pitting just on the big old clasp, but not on the gold tone metal. Same. This now the bracelet is double hinged, but the necklace is not. I think it has to do with the way it lays on your neck. Okay. So it's a small. If I closed it, it's a small, very elegant, and just different. I mean, I see like Aztec Mayan something going on in this. Don't know the maker. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a starting bid. Thank you guys, gals, people, humans. I've had it for a while. I think this is a good price. $25. I've worn this white one many times. Now this is going to be fun to do over top of my So this is not the best thing. So it comes down to right to my collarbone. And unfortunately, you don't get to see how nice it lays because I'm wearing this big old multi-strand choker. But it lies really nicely. And it's not tight. It's just right at your collarbone right here. Okay. It's really nice. Really nice set. And it's not a Cora War listener, but it's still really nice quality and unusual. It's unusual. Not unusual for the times, but in terms of, what I see out there and what I find these days, it's just, there's a ton of vintage jewelry out there. Don't get me wrong, because they made a ton of it. So there is a ton of it out there. Absolutely. But some of the designs and some of it's a little harder to find. It's like those bracelets. There's a million with similar design, but that exact design with the copper and then the engrave and the silver inside the lines in that exact design, no, it's really hard to find. Maritza, how's it going? Now, on the bracelet, I want to show you. You see those little spots? That is not wear on the enamel. Okay? I want to make that very clear. The enamel. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to tell untruths. See down at the bottom right there? It is gone. And it's just on the gold. So I am going to, because of that, I want to just kind of do a check here. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Good for me to know and good catch. Okay. So because of that, I'm going to take it back. This is paint. This is not enameled. This is paint. So it is definitely more like a Woolworths set. Okay. Because that is paint and that is worn off right there. You could just put a tiny bit of clear nail polish and it will not continue. But there is no wear and it has not come off anywhere else. So, and it's, 50 years old. So I don't think it's going to be coming off anytime soon. So what did I put in now? I put in, I believe, 25 because of that little bit of wear. I'm going to go ahead and lower it to the set to 20 because it has that little bit of wear and, I've had it a long time. I've worn it and, yeah, I don't want to, I want to be good to you guys and I don't, but it's worth that. It's worth that. Okay. Now, y'all, I can open up this new bag and show you some bangles. I'm going to show you some copper earrings, but I'm really curious what y'all want to see. What do y'all want to see? Do you want to see earrings? Do you want to see bracelets? Do you want to see necklaces? Just tell me in the chat. I'm totally there. Articulated. I'm articulated. Octopuses are really articulated, Neymar. Really articulated. Or they would have a hard time. They would have a very, very hard time. I have just some basic stuff. I have a lot of stuff. White. It's set 20. Okay. So this is going to be real simple. $10. This is something that I'm pretty sure 1970s. I think it's just silver tone. But this is something I would wear all day long now. And I definitely, me and all my friends were wearing, you guys are hilarious. We're wearing in the 70s. Just this silver tone, circular with the smaller double wire wrap in between, lightweight metal bracelets, these bangles, all day long. See in the back here, you can see it really well. It's just a really simple 1970s bangle. Not a lot to say. $10. It's just a very nice piece. There you go. There you go. I don't think it's sterling silver. No, not at all. But it is, it just takes me back to being a teenager. And this one, ladies, small and medium would be pushing it. You would have to have small hands. It's $10 starting bid. $10. I think someone could handle that. Okay. Let's see. Wire wrap bangle, $10, y'all. So, like I said, go through and see what's up and let me know what you're interested in. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? I was not able, with my very busy, unexpectedly overly busy day yesterday into the evening, that then turned out to be completely useless waste of time that I didn't know was going to be busy till the last freaking minute. And then my really busy day today, I was able to get some lunch, but I was not able to get myself like my usual delicious, to go meal somewhere for Friday night. So I'm just going to be having like little snackies when I'm done, little snackies, which is fine. But usually on Fridays, I get like a really good everything. But the Chili's salad with, fresh edamame and all this delicious lettuce and rice noodles and avocado, all this stuff in a salad with ahi poke tuna. Delicious stuff. Ginger, it's a whole thing. Okay, these do not have a maker. These are fabulous. I had these with a bracelet as a set because I thought they went good together. You had egg whites. Muppets. Good for you. Oh, I just found out from the stress of the last 3 years that in the last 3 years, I've gained a little too much weight. And so I was already on a track of I need to get back into the pool. Stress relief, good for my fibro, just good in general. But the scales, I was like, all my lab work and everything is fine. But I'm getting older, and that just pushed me over the edge. I was like, oops, I eat well, but it's time to exercise, girl. These probably late 50s, 60s. Fabulous clip-on earrings with these gorgeous, the stones are not dead. They are very splashy and shiny in this enameled 2 flowers on the top. This is just plastic, but they are so pretty. And I do not, they're very big. Silver tone. Is it silver tone? Hold on. I closed that window because no, they're gold tone. Excusez-moi. They're gold tone. The puddling on the back, as they say, is done really nicely. If you were going to put it on your ear. God, if I look at StreamYard, I can't do anything. Here you go. It would be like that. Really pretty. Be it really pretty. Yeah, I can't look at StreamYard or I can't do anything. Hair clip. If you put it on a barrette. And if I had on the correct type of collar shirt, I could show you a much better of how they could be, your shirt clips, but this is not quite right, y'all. This just doesn't help. So, what is that? What is that on the back? Oh, that's just where they brought the gold together. Very interesting. So, these are actually very well made. I think the prongs are really nice. The enamel is really good. The stones are sparkly. Yeah, I think this is at the very least electroplated, like 10 karat gold on the back. And I might be crazy. These might be earlier than the 60s. I think they are. Early 50s, late 30s. I don't know. But I think, see how the end, how they wrapped it, and then here at the end on both of them, and then see the color? Definitely the clips are not. It's just the wrapping. So what is the starting bid for these? And then I have a bracelet that in my mind, the bracelet's definitely older. A lot more intricate. It has a few issues, but it's pretty fabulous. So I'm going to show you the dimension. I'll show you the dimension. God, my internet is usually I have problems with my internet when I'm at my homestead, not here. 1 inch across in the circle, and the flowers are also 1 inch across on the top. But if you measure from the top of the flower down to the bottom of the circle of the plastic inset, which is just the prettiest baby robin eggs blue, they're 1¼ inches. 1¼ inches. Just gorgeous, y'all. Piece of history. They just don't do this stuff anymore. Really reasonable price. And I have a bracelet. Like I said, I had these in a set now, but these are gold tone. And the bracelet is fine silver filigree. And it has a few issues. Blue enameled flower clip on. I'm trying to keep track of all my stuff as I go along. Okay, so well, that's an interesting idea, Muppets. I mean, that's actually an interesting idea. This necklace is too thick to do that. There's not a place because the clip wouldn't close. But you know what, Muppets? You just invented like a whole new idea for things. So, like, you could clip it on this one. You just invented a whole new way to repurpose these gorgeous things. Let's see. If I don't look at StreamYard, I can do it. Look at that. The thing is in the way, but look what just happened. You just invented a whole thing. And also barrettes. You literally could just have those thin gold barrette and just clip it on the top of that barrette. And you're good. Muppets. Yes, I think you are, Muppets. You could start a whole business with these gorgeous old, really nice work clip-on earrings and clip them onto a new chain and then like have a finding so they don't come loose and roll around and start an Etsy shop. So yeah, I would say you could become a millionaire. 100%. Yes, you could. You could quit your job. I don't think you like your job very much. So you could totally do something that gives you joy. That's what I like about what I do. It gives me joy. It takes me away from all the blah in my life and just gives me joy. Okay, now I've shown this a few times. And this is one of my most special prized possessions of jewelry that when I sold on eBay back in the 2000s. And y'all, It's old. I go with the 20s or the 30s. It could be as old as, it could be older than that. And I've never seen another piece like it, but I did a deep dive. There's no maker, of course. I did a deep dive on this a while back, just on the type of work that it is on other pieces, so I could really get a good sense of what it is and what I'm talking about. So it just has this fold over clasp, gold tone. Here's the back. I haven't shown this for about 3 months, maybe 4. Here's the back. It's this very simplistic interlocking findings with the round. See, it's similar in the way the 1950s, the round findings that clamp over the jump rings, if you will, only these are also attached to these flowers. Okay. Now, the back is whatever. It gives me an idea. It's cruder, but cruder in this case relates to older. I want to show you what's happening. First, I'll just show you the big detail. This is, now hold on. This is something I didn't do. Hold on, I'm sorry. I wish I knew. Hold on. It's hard for me to say if these are real pearls. I don't think so. They have a little bit of roughness on my teeth, but not enough for me to be definitive. Okay, so what's going on here? Here's a good example because it's lost a little bit of it. So this is gold tone wire that they went around and wrapped in the shape of flower petals, a little bit different. Each one is unique and different because it's hand done, it's hand wrapped, and then they bolted it with these findings on, and then this is baked enamel, free floating in the center of this wrapping. Okay, this is just really fine, like enameling. Maybe it's a form of like a cloisonne. I don't know the exact right word for it, but you can see, because here it's lost just a little bit of that enamel. Each one is individual because it's all hand done. This one lost a little piece of the wire. It's because it's really delicate, and this is really old. But when you have this on, you don't notice those few little places where a problem has come along. I mean, I honestly think, I don't think it's real pearls, but I do absolutely think that this is 80 to 100 years old. I really do. Probably made in some place like Italy. it's beautiful. And I forgive the flaws. So you see how it's shiny, baked, and it's so thin. And then underneath is more just this matte blue. There is no wire or any other base that this enameling is on. So imagine, how did that even work? How has that stayed like that? How is this still intact after all this time? It's so delicate and so dainty. I have no idea. And it's just this robin eggs blue. I mean, this is a piece I'm totally enamored of. It is a small, which again helps me date it to, turn of the century. And it's got to be European work. It just has to be. I mean, the back is just so like nothing, The back doesn't have the workmanship, but all these flowers are incredible. And I think that it's real gold wire. Okay. The back is not, but that doesn't matter because you don't see the back. But the front, I believe that's real gold. Video blur. Yeah. And on me, my internet keeps going out. It's just gorgeous. So in my mind, that and these would make a great, what did I just do? Would make a great set. But that's just me. Of course, you can totally get this separately as well. And I'm going to put in a starting, thank you, Nightmare. I'm going to put in a starting bid of this piece. It's not going to be cheap, even with the flaws. It's totally worth it. Did I even do this right, you guys? I can't type, Nightmare. I can't type. Like, what is wrong with me? Starting bid of $29. And I really believe that even that is a good price. And you guys can go ahead and take a screenshot and look into this enamel gold wire filigree work and see what you come up with. Because I don't see very much of it. It's just too delicate to have made it all this time. I mean, it's like, it's paper thin. These petals are paper thin. I don't know how that's possible. So I'm going to put this, I have it in a bag. It's going in a box right now. So you all are going to have to forgive me while I turn my back and find a box, because it cannot be in a bag anymore. It just can't. And then, of course, I can't get the box and, the whole thing. So enjoy looking at my backside. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, it's got to go in a box. It's too delicate. Nightmare, thank you. Totally chill. It's Friday. It's Friday. Last time Dandy was in the chat, she was having tacos for dinner. I haven't had tacos in forever. I think I'm having, I stopped eating red meat. But I don't hate red meat. I'm not opposed to red meat. I think I want to have tacos from the taco truck tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have tacos from the taco truck tomorrow. Okay, this is going in a box. It's so delicate. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. Okay, now that it's all wrapped up in its nice cotton in a box, I feel better. How about you? Do you feel better too? And this bag is outrageously too big, but I'll deal with that another time. Nightmare. With your octopus arms, Nightmare. Okay, I appreciate everyone being here. Does anyone know something that they really want to see from me? Anything? One? We could dance. We could pose. We could slam. We could do something. Y'all, help me out. I do. I have so much over here, and I really have brought like a diverse. I've only brought, I don't know, 12 items, but I take my time and I really do a dive and I really discuss it, and because I'm not in a big hurry. But I brought a big diverse grouping of stuff, and I don't want to know what anyone wants. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If somebody told me, that would work. Starting bid. This one is just, chain cost me. So how's Libby? Libby is so sweet. She got the sweetest face. And I asked a question. Is she part pit by any chance? Because she's like a lab, but her chest is like barrel, and it just and then that line, something in the face reminded me of pit. And my friend had a really big, like 150-pound pit, giant dog, and the biggest lover. Oh my God. Yeah, I think it's Pit, and she is a lover. Dog looks like she would just want to take up the whole bed and just snuggle up on you, and you have to be like, hey, I don't have any room, Libby. That's what I used to have to do with my friend's dog. I'd be like, yo, you are taking up more than 2/3 of the bed. There you go. Totally. I see it. Okay. So this starts at 17. See, I'm trying to bring a range of I put on the chain to inexpensive sterling silver modern chain. It is sterling silver, but it's inexpensive one. With this beautiful, what is it, y'all? Agate. I think it's agate. An artist wire wrapped it and brought the silver wrapping in that nice swirl down onto the piece. It's firmly embedded there. Yeah, it is pretty. And look at the back. That really gives you a good indication of the colors. I think this is just agate, right? The brown is agate. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Imagine if they had left that hole and you would see, it's almost like tree rings. You would see, the rings. It's really nice. It's really pretty. I would almost be the person who bought this and took the chain off and used it for something else and then put this on. Or you could leave the chain on, but I'd use the chain for something else. Put it on a string and hung it off my rear view mirror to let the light shine through. It's really nice and polished. It's wire wrapped along the sides as well in order to do the top and the wrap in order to get a chain through. It's really well done. Really smooth. Really nice piece. And I think it's agate. What am I asking? Yes, Muppets. I'm asking $17. I thought that was a reasonable price. Is it a reasonable price, y'all? I mean, I buy these chains, so I have to include the price of the chain. But the chain is literally just at cost. I'm not making money on the chain. It's just at cost. And I would, even though this artist did it like this is like, I can't explain it. There you go. See how it's open? The wrapping on the top to put the chain through. I would take my jewelry needle nose pliers and just push that over closer to the main stem, if you will, just to get rid of that. And I mean, that would take 2 seconds. And I really like that embellishment. So, and it's a big piece. Big piece. Muppets, are you doing that? Muppets. I didn't really mean that. I didn't really mean that I was like passive aggressively or assertively asking for someone to help me. Oh, Muppets, you're not even helping. Wait a minute. Muppets, what are you doing? Muppets, what's going on? I'm completely confused. Anyway, I wasn't trying to like make someone help me. So I really want to be clear about that. And then I don't know what else is happening over here. Muppets put in a bid and then she's counting it down and I'm just grateful and confused. So the chain is 18 inches. So it's 9 inches drop. Okay. Muppets. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And the agate piece is 2 inches long. Muppets, what is going on? Okay, Muppets. Thank you, Muppets. And now to Nightmare. Okay. You guys, I don't know what's going on. Bill Muppets send to Nightmare. I am just, you guys, God bless you. I love you guys. What's happening? Okay. All right. Agate wire necklace. Okay. So next Wednesday is the end of my 2-week build box. So I will be invoicing Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday next week and shipping out the following week, whatever in the heck that is. I do know we're coming up on Labor Day, so I feel like that's happening really soon. Like, is that happening? Is that happening this weekend? Not this weekend, but next weekend? I wasn't yelling, but I was really confused. Did I yell? I hope I didn't yell, you guys. I was just really confused as to what the heck was going on. So, yeah, next weekend is Labor Day. That actually makes me depressed. like summer is, only, it goes through to October. Okay. It goes through to October. But my goodness, next weekend is Labor Day weekend. How did that happen? So obviously I can't ship on Monday, but so I'll be shipping the 3rd and the 4th and invoicing the 29th, 31st, 1st, and I can invoice on the 2nd because I can't ship. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Muppets. Thank you. Okay, not yelling at anyone. I am going to open this other package and show a few things. I just got it today and show a few things. You guys are fabulous. Well, they really did a weird wrapping job going on here, but okay. To each their own. No comprende. No comprende at all. Let's see what's happening here. I reuse material. I reuse. Oh, Nightmare, did you see it? You want to see it again? I reuse shipping material. I reuse paper. I reuse boxes because, I want to recycle. It's all about the environment. But I don't usually, unless it's all I have, use anything that's like dirty or ugly or crappy looking, Reused, yes, but torn, dirty, no. So this package I just opened, I'm like, okay, people, not a good look. Reuse is fine, but dirty is terrible. So Nightmare. There you go. This is what Muppets just bought you. And I'm grainy. It's gorgeous colors. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And it will go in a little box and not in this silly little bag. Okay, so let's see what was in that package, y'all. Let's see what was in that package. Did everyone already eat dinner? Muppets had egg whites. I got that. Muppets had egg whites. I am going to have snacky things. I mean, maybe if my hummus is still good. Ooh, I have cheese. Maybe I'll have bread and cheese. And some like figs. That sounds good. I could do that. That's easy. I could do that. So what is in here? I have no idea. I bought this and it's here. And now I'm opening it and I have no idea what's going on. And I don't like that piece. So we're just going to keep moving through that. Don't like it at all. Sometimes when I buy something, I have no, you look and you do your best and it can still be, there's little ways, even when taking photos or showing things in a live sale, where you can just be like dishonest about flaws and stuff. I never do that, but I have found that I'll buy something and it's presented as one thing and then you get it and it's just, scratched and broken and junk. And so I've become pretty cautious about that. Now, this is cool. But these other two, I mean, they're not bad. They're just that I don't want to show them right now. I'm not happy. Golly, they really did a packing job that I am not happy with. Oh, here's the one I was looking for. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Good Lord. Okay. So I'm going to put this. And, oh, that's just like, this is really old. They don't know what they were doing. Okay. I'm going to put this aside. I have to do, and so I'm going to do these three. Okay. These three, and that other one I'm probably going to keep for myself. Let me put these here. Okay, let's do this one first. I think this is so cool. Is it plastic? Hold on. Really? No, it's stone. Okay. This has got a little bit of wear to, let me try to get this right. I also haven't had time to polish it or buff at it or anything, okay? This is a clamper. This is a hinged bracelet. That black is black glass. Look at the cut and look at the shine. It's beautiful. This is, I think, from the 60s based on the hinge. There is no maker. And yeah, see, it needs polishing. I'm polishing it over here with my overshirt / kimono jacket shirt thing. And a lot of that is buffing right off. It's just I don't know, maybe they just got a big lot and they just threw it all up wherever. And then they were like, they didn't bother to take care of it in any way. They just shoved it in this weird packaging. Okay, that's much better. There you go. So there's still that little bit here. I believe some of it is just the way that the coating is on top. It's not wear. And then it's got this beautiful glass. So this is a coating. And so this is definitely 70s because it's a coating on top of the base metal, and it's electroplated, but it's not as finely like electroplated over the top as the pieces, that I show that are from the 50s, but it's not in any way horrible. And the black glass is incredible. Silver toned. Here's the clasp. Let's put it on. It's a small. All of these are small. All of these are small. But look at how pretty. Look at that glass. It's so pretty. My God. This was the reason I bought the whole lot with this and one other piece. That is gorgeous. Sandra, you're still here. Thank you, Muppets. So this is going to be a starting bid of ouchie, 14. Just because it's 70s and there's nothing wrong with it and it's not horrible, but it just doesn't have as high a quality of the metal electroplating that I would like to see. I don't think it's going to scratch off or wear off. It hasn't in all this time. So I don't think that's an issue. It needs a little bit more polishing. It is a small, but it's really pretty. And I got, several for a good price. So I'm able to pass that price on to you. Don't you guys just love this one? I've had this forever, and it's one of my all-time favorite bracelets. It's not for sale. I'm just showing you. I love it. Love it, love it. No idea who the maker was. Just a sidebar there. So anyway, $14. This is the black. This is glass, and it just sparkles like crazy. It's raised up, I don't know, quarter of an inch. And it just, goes on and up like that. But it's a small. I mean, this is a small. I would go with this is a size 6. Size 6, and that is a small ladies bracelet. So it would be great for someone who has tiny wrists or a teenager. I could see this being metal. I could see this being classic. I could see this being punk rock. This would go with any style. And the inside is a gold tone. This could go with any style. Okay. We will move on. I am making a note. Sorry. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. I got to put this in a bag. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me. I'm not seeing a lot of interest in the particular items I'm bringing so far tonight. So I'm going to bring a couple more of these bracelets, and then I'm going to give you guys kind of like a fair warning, if you will, that if you came in late, to go to the wheel and do a ×2 fast forward and see if there's anything that you think that you're interested in, and please type it in the chat, because I don't do a recap on Friday. I rarely do one on Wednesdays unless I'm selling with someone else and that's what their channel does. Then I do it. Otherwise, I don't. I just don't, because I just don't, but please put it in the chat. And if you're interested in something particular, then tell me, because I very likely have it. Okay. So before I show, I have so many of these. I'm wearing one, the green one. Totally modern, totally from China, vintage inspired ring. What I love this green ring. I've been having so much fun wearing it. I've gotten lots of compliments, and I'm not worried in any way about losing it. These are $10 a piece, and these are big size. So this one, I just want to show these quick, and I have sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have loads and loads of these. And I often just give them as a little gift to my buyers. This one is a black stone with like little sparkly mica in it. See that? It's actually really, really pretty. And then it's got a gold tone, and it's like a floral and vine design. And I'll give you a size if anyone's interested, but I wager it's a 9 to a 10. And then this one, and these are $10 each. You just $10, that's it. This is a flower, that hangs down, or it could go up. It's up to you. And it has little blue, and these are cut glass rhinestones, blue, and then the line of white rhinestones going up over a loop like that. And this one is probably size 8. And I also have loads of different ones, simpler, more complicated, that are smaller size. And this, so these ones are 10, and I have others that are 6. So if anyone's interested in these, just say $10 and tell me which one. I also have this. This one is only 6. And yet it's really fun, kind of confetti look. with a silver tone, that 70s or the boho look. And it is adjustable, but it's brand new, so it's never been adjusted. And this one would be 6. And it's just a sampling, and they're just sitting here on my desk. And so this one right now is about a 6. So you could leave it at a 6, or you could pump it up to probably comfortably a 7.5 before you're stretching it too much. You are trying to find silver jewelry with black pendants. Oh, Davita's birthday. Black pendants. Silver jewelry with black pendants. Okie dokie. Like, do you mean real silver Muppets? Or do you mean silver look? That would be good to know. Because there is a difference. Silver jewelry with black pendants. Let me know. And maybe Dandy will find it for you. Okay, before I show these couple of bracelets, I would like to show you all this. Because I think it's really pretty. I don't know, but then I think lots of things are really pretty. So what are we going to do with that? So this is like not exactly, and actually, Muppets, I swear to God. Okay, Muppets, I swear to God that this was going to be shown with around the time of these bracelets that I just unpacked. And it was going to be shown tonight. And until I picked it up, it didn't even click in my mind that it has some of the components you're asking for in any way. So it was over here, and now I'm picking it up. And this has a maker. I've shown this before. Oh my gosh. Let me type it in. 10 S Met, or it might be an F at the M. And he's from Sweden. And it's R in the front. R Tennis Met or Meft, Sweden. See, the R is just barely there anymore. I think this is from the 80s or 90s, if I recall correctly. And I think it's beautiful. It's pewter. It's pewter, totally silver tone. It's black. Muppets, I promise this is just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. It's this, I think they are tulips with this beautiful, I don't even know, is that a thistle in the middle? And then those, I don't know, ferns? I'm not sure. Isn't it beautiful? And they're red. So they did the thing where, they made that black inside of the pewter. And then they raised the flowers and the thistles and all that up. Just so pretty. It has a really basic jump ring. And it's a pendant. I did not put this one on one of my chains And I could, but I don't feel like either one of the chains that I currently have would do it enough justice. Maybe, but maybe. It is, he's a well-known artist. Yeah, Muppets, I really, and you all can look up that name. It starts R. R is first. If you put in R and then all that stuff in Sweden, you would find the artist. I think this is just gorgeous. And the let me show you before I measure it. The rectangle is off center. It's like an oval rectangle. Do you see that? So it gives it even more movement. And then it's curved. I think it's beautiful. I would wear this all day long. And I could put it on, I would put it on my the box chain, not, so what does that mean? So guys, I'm about to take this off because it just keeps getting my way. See, this is just a plain round, like, twisted chain. And then I have, if someone wanted it on a chain, I would put it on. Hold on, I'm getting there. I'm sorry. I know. I take my time. I think it would look better on like a box chain. But because it's pewter and this is silver, I kind of almost feel like someone should wait and find a pewter chain or I don't know. But, we could put that in for an added cost if you want. So it is 1 3/4 inches in diameter. 1 3/4. Yeah. The box chain is longer. Okay, so let's just do this now because now it's time. This I really like this. I think it's really pretty. I put this up for sale many times. It's 1950s Japan, and no one ever bid on it. So then I was like, well, screw that. I love the luster and the colors in this. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to wear it. And then, it'll probably eventually come back around. I mean, that's part of the fun of jewelry too, is I get to wear it and I get to love on it. And then I get to pass it on because everything I buy doesn't wear. So I am going to start this without the chain at $25. Let me put this necklace over here so I don't think I sold it to someone. Oh, yes. So I'm starting this at 25. And this is the RTENE Sweden pewter pendant at 25. Yeah. With the chain, how much? So with the chain is my cost, $8. So math is 32. But Muppets, let me show you because you're interested. So and Sandra liked it. So, she said, go for it, Muppets. Yeah, Davida. No, I've only run into Davida in chats a few times, but the way all of you interact with Davida, I can tell that she's a lovely person. Yep. So let me show you with the box chain and show you how long it is so that this is my last box chain, so that you are sure that you like it and you think she would like it. So here, it's that 1970s box chain style that was so popular, and it is sterling. but it is, again, the cheaper, sterling. But it's marked 925. I bought it. It's 925. And that's my cost is $8 a chain. I'm not making money on it. At least the box chains are $8. Okay, hold on. Hold on. And Muppets, you don't have to bid. I mean, it's just total coincidence. It's just total coincidence. Okay, yes, this is long. I think these are the 18 and a half or 19. Let's see. So if I have this closed, and now I scoot my chair back and I stand up, it comes down and hits me right, in the middle of the cleavage, right where, that whole thing is happening. So it's a good length and it's in a nice kind of sexy place, if you will. So, but what? I don't think it looks bad on here. It's just, to each their own taste, but it doesn't look bad. So, alone 25 with chain 32. And that's just my cost. I bought these literally because I find so many fabulous pendants with no chains. And so I was like, I need to remedy that. Muppets, this is going to be your second purchase in a row, girl. Muppets, you can count yourself down, okay? And bless your heart. Thank you. I hope that Davida likes it. I think she will. I like it. I like it. And I will, okay, this is for Davida. Muppets for Davida. Nice. Muppets, that was really sweet. And that was just so coincidental. Muppets, I don't think I have Davida's information. And I'm sure you want me to send it right to Davida. Yes. So do you have her shipping information? And I will put it in, where is it? That's not right. I want to grab this now. Where is it? Oh, I got stuff up. I will put it in this really nice box that's like a little gift box that I use these, when I ship stuff, but I'll make sure to put it in this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if she's more private like that and she would prefer that you get it and then you send it on, that's okay too. Just email me and let me know. And this box would be good. Yes. I'll put it in there. So just let me know. Just let me know and I'll do however it works. Okay. And let's just put it in this box. I'll make it fit nicer and close the chain up and everything later. Yeah. No, I use recycled boxes and then I use lots of these different colored boxes because, jewelry is a gift. Right? Jewelry is a gift. So now I gotta, I don't have any more of those. I gotta order some more. I'll put that over there. Okay. Nice, Muppets. That was really sweet. And it was just total coincidence. Total coincidence. Let's see. So I'm going to show a couple of angles. So this is complete coincidence. This was also in this bangles lot that I just bought and just opened. This person didn't know all the stuff they had. So this little gold electroplated bracelet with the diamond cut. Let me find them. I'm going to show you guys something. So you see like this one, and you see these over here. The electroplating is still on them. This one all the way over here used to have it has lots of angles. And these are all just like 8-karat electroplated gold over like a very thin kind of brass. These were all, except for the two up here that are still way, way sparkling gold. Those are from India. Those are like serious gold. They were my great aunt Ho-Ho and my grandmother's, and they are from the late 30s, late 40s. And it is just 8-karat gold. So this, you know where this is going? Right on my wrist. This is mine. Okay, so we'll do a couple more bangles, and then I'm going to do, just like 2 more things. Ooh, let's do that for sure. And then I'll be done for the night because no one has called out. Ooh, let's do this too. No one has called out and said, you know what? I'm really interested in blah, blah, blah. So that makes it harder for me to know what to bring. And Muppets, thank you again. Okay, this I just got. It is, I'm thinking 1980s. Gold tone, really nicely done. There is no maker, but it's really nice cuff. It's a really nice cuff. Now, I'm saying 1980s because that's what it appears to be to me. It's got this like kind of crystallized cut in the middle. It has no wear, no scratches, no anything. The metal is all one color. It might be plated over. It's not like a brass or whatever. I'm saying 1980s because it's very 80s. But for all I know, it's a repop. It could be. It could be a repop. I mean, I believe it has been worn because you can see the little square cuts through there, but there's no damage. So that's a good sign. And this is $12. This is $12 because I can't say that it's from the 80s 100%. And I just opened the package and, I got them in a lot and I got a good price. So, but it's a really good size. It's really pretty on. It's very sparkly. And I don't know if it's 80s or if it's a repop. They did a repop of vintage in the 80s. And then they did it again in the early 2000s at Forever 21, right? And all that, but they did it in such loud and different designs. The necklaces with like the plastic that's supposed to mimic the early plastic or lucite. You can really tell with the necklaces and the plastic bracelets, but a metal like this, I don't have a good way of dating that. But I do know that this has no damage. It's a lovely piece, and there's no reason to not buy it and wear it. in any way. It has never been stretched out beyond the size of my small wrist, but it could be. It could be stretched more, but I would still go with a small to small medium. And it's a good size cuff. Look at that. Look how shiny. I mean, this is going to get people's attention. And it definitely has a look of, do I have something on that's real gold? Yes, I do. My bracelets. It definitely has a look of real gold to the casual eye. So it's, again, one of those things where it's like, ooh, look what she's got on. Look at that gold, but it's not. And then you don't have to worry about losing it. Okay. So it is 2.5 inches across now. But you could open this cuff up to 3 inches. So small, medium. It's a small or small medium. Doesn't weigh anything. Build a box, throw it in. It's really nice. Okay. I am getting to that point, y'all. I am going to show this vintage piece. Gold cuff. Thank you, Muppets, by the way. Did I say that, Muppets? I don't think I did. I don't think I said thank you for helping me, Muppets. And that's just rude. I apologize. Seriously, I apologize. I don't think I said thank you. So I'm saying it now. Thank you, Muppets. Thank you, Muppets. How did I not say thank you? What's wrong with me? Nope. I did. Okay. And you don't care, but I care. I care because it takes a village, and you all have become my friends, and I care a lot about you and a lot about what's going on in your life. And when you come to my sale and hang out with me on Friday and then just start helping me, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. So I care. Okay, this, we're just going to put the starting bid first. This is going to start at $35. This is going to start at $35. I've gone back and forth and all around about this piece. What I know is that it's beautiful. What I know is that I love it. I do not think, let's do one more look. I don't think it's coated. Yeah, it's not. This is cut black glass. I believe, but I could not prove it. And this starts at $35. I believe this is French jet. Okay. And the reason I believe that is because of how long it is and the sparkle in the glass. Okay. That's the reason I believe that, because in Victorian times, with French jet means glass. Because the morning jewelry with the actual mineral jet that was found in just 2 places was very expensive because it had to be mined out. And many of your more commoners could not afford it. But yet when you were in mourning, this was what you wore. And so everyone wanted to follow that fashion trend. So they started making French jet, which is just cut black glass. And it's just based on the length that I think it is mourning jewelry, okay? And also because it's not coated, and yet it sparkles so divinely. And it's a multifaceted, more rounded cut. I have learned these things as I have gone along in my journey about if it's A-B cut, if it's, jet, if it's, if it's certain cut, if it's coated, the cut and the multifacets and how it would, if it breaks at all, if there's any chips anywhere, which is what I'm looking for right now. It's on string, black string. That's another good way to tell. What I'm looking for right now, and then I'm going to show you how long it is. I'm looking for a chip because, and remember, everything I tell you is like 80% correct, but 20% I don't know what I'm talking about. And I can be wrong. So please note that if I'm totally wrong and you buy something and you get it and you're like, that's absolute crap. And, she is misinformed and has misspoken and I want my money back. Well, then get in touch with me and tell me that because I will honor that. I'm not ever trying to just make money or lead you astray or, BS you. I am really just having a show and tell and telling you what I think. The length is the biggest clue. Now, that doesn't mean, the length and the cut of these stones. That doesn't mean, I'm still debating about the AB. That doesn't mean that someone could not have just bought a bunch of these beads and strung them in the 1990s in a really, really long length. But I have a hard time believing because why would they make it Victorian length or flapper length, in the 90s? In the stones, I used to make jewelry and I have all the tools and I have all these beads, and beads are expensive. This many beads in the 80s and 90s, the 90s and early 2000s when I bought them, black glass cut and faceted like this, just the beads alone at a bead store would have cost me like $40 or $50 20, 30 years ago. No joke. So I'm still hung up on, I wish I had one more light. I'm going to use a magnifying glass. I'm still just hung up on I'm going to tell you the length and I'm going to put it on and I'm going to show you. I know I take a long time, you guys. But I always want to be so careful and I go over this with you guys together so that so that we see it together and we talk about it together. Yeah, I don't see that as, so the little beads have just as much, if not more, sparkle. And it's really tricksy because it wants to look like it's coated, but it's not, Yeah, I'm going to hold to that. It's not coated. It's just the glass itself. Amazing. Okay. That's my final and last thing I have to say. And this is how big it is starting at 35. This is a screaming deal. So like I said, even if it was somehow modern, the beads alone would have cost way more than that. Now, here you go. It is so long. It is, I can't even explain. It is all the way down to halfway down, all the way to my, well, right below my hips. Look at that. I mean, it's, yeah. There you go. You've got to see a whole lot of me. So it is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And can you double it? Absolutely. And I promise you, the reason I keep getting so confused is because there's so much sparkle, because cut black glass has that sparkle. And so I keep staring at it thinking, no, it has to be coated. No, it has to be coated. But I don't see any coating. So it's just cut glass. Starts at $35. Hell of a deal. I'm pretty sure the next time I bring this, I'm going to ask more. Now that I've gone over it thoroughly, I'm going to be asking a higher price. So if you're interested, now would be the time to bid on this, because next time it comes back, the price is going up quite a bit. Okay. I'm going to bring an item and one last bangle, and then I'm going to call it a night, y'all. And now would be the time. I've been on 3 hours. It's 7:45. Oh, there's Sandra. Sandra, you waited till the last minute. Did you go do some research, Sandra? And if you did, what did you find? I know that, Sandra, you buy a lot of jewelry. So it is a nice one. So I think you have a lot of knowledge that you could share with me. And I am totally open to hearing you give me feedback and help educate me. Sandra, anytime you can jump in and say, Lucinda, or actually I saw this and yada, yada, please. Muppets, what's happening with you tonight? Muppets, what's happening? Muppets, are you just in love with everyone? Did you win the lottery? Muppets. Man. Muppets, I love you. My gosh. Sandra, did you see that? Unbelievable. And Sandra has a box, so that'll work out. Sandra, did you see that? I mean, Muppets, you touch my heart every time. And you're not the only one. But just mind blown, heart wide open. No words. No words. Okay. A bangle in the glass, and I do have, some in the copper earrings, y'all. these copper earrings. Let's do the copper earrings first. Sandra. Oh. All of you are lovely. All of you are incredible. Period. Okay. These are Renoir. Renoir earrings. We've talked a lot about those. Copper. And they are going to start at 22. I am just, ew. And then over here. You guys. Okay. Oops. There. Where'd it go? Renoir. It's copper. This is just the natural tarnishing color changes that happen with copper. We've talked a lot about that. And we've talked about that, I don't polish anything. I don't do any of that. Could some of it be a little worn? I guess, although, I don't really know how that would be possible because the whole thing is copper. So how could the copper wear off? Because it is solid copper. So it's just like a patina thing. Sometimes, copper, just like brass, turns green. If it's, it to the 1930s, it'll have green in there. Well, hush my mouth. Of course, the 1950s as well. But it does have the green patina starting right in there. Up above the clip. It's not really important. I just don't polish anything. Well, and it's on the copper circle. There it is. And these are really pretty. I think these are, it's like an S for Sandra or an S for Sweetie or, or a snake or octopus. Although, there's not 8 of the arms. I think these are really cool. The swirl, the raised swirl design. I'm starting to run out of Renoir stuff, y'all. And I've been selling my stash little by little of Renoir, one of my all-time favorite things to have. I have a few pieces that I'm keeping. I'm obviously not getting rid of all of it. But I'm getting low on it. And I'm selling what I have at a little bit less. It's a copyright Renoir at a little bit less, usually about a third, sometimes a quarter with these Renoir. Then they go for on eBay, and I won't be able, unless someone doesn't know what they have, or it's a big lot, or some other reseller is just like, yeah, here you go, and I'm asking $10. Even then, it would have to be in a big box of stuff I bought, or I can't buy it. So pretty soon I'm not going to have any more of this fabulous artist. He's renowned. He'll always be collectible. And yeah, I'm just letting you know. Not so that you buy these. I'm just letting you know in general that I'm running out. So they're probably about an inch around. They're really pretty. They're Renoir. And they start at 20. Now, I don't know what's going on there, but I like Muppet's idea of, like, see how cool that would be on a necklace? I mean, that's a really good idea you came up with, Muppets. Seriously. It's a really good idea. That would be really pretty on a necklace. Interesting. And obviously, if I had, I usually wear more of my like plaid and my jean, like country girl shirts, outdoorsy girl. And so it gives you a really good idea of what a sweater clip would look like, or shoe, but they're gorgeous. And I like how they're raised up. Okay. Muppets. Muppets, no, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. I think you are very smart, Muppets. I think you are very smart. And let me just say, I think you are smart intelligent wise and emotionally. And there are different types of intelligence out there. And not everyone has every piece. And that's what makes this world beautiful. But I think that you have the three most important. You have the emotional intelligence, the intellect to do, the critical thinking, and the spiritual. So I would say you are very balanced, my friend. Very balanced. Spray bottle. Nightmare. I'm going to put these away. Nightmare. Nightmare. What the heck are you talking about? Nightmare? Nightmare, what are we spraying? Are we spraying bugs? Are we washing the wall? What are we doing? Oh, right. For talking bad about yourself. I'm with her. Okay, passing on these. I'm with you. I'm going to remember that. Spray bottle. Spray bottle. Go sit in the corner. Stop saying that about yourself, Muppets. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I've only met you in chat, but I feel like I know you, so stop it. Okay. This is really cool. This, and yeah, this will be good for tonight. Unless someone hollers something out, or fair warning, put something from earlier in the chat that you want to see, or if you want to see like the carved Pegasus, which I think all of you have probably seen, or the 1970s made in Italy, probably in Poli, with the teeny tiny hand blown roly-poly amber glasses. $75 for the set. It's got its original decanter stopper. Let me know, because this is going to be my last item. So if there's something earlier, you need to put it in the chat. If there's something in particular you're looking for, you need to put it in the chat. And if you're interested in the $75 set or the $25 Pegasus, you need to put it in the chat. Additionally, there's the vase back there. It is turn of the century, crystalline glaze, ox blood, electrified, insane thing that when I did my research on it, They sell for hundreds of dollars. I knew I found something special, but I dived into this. Back there, the oxblood with the electric purple, mauve, they sell for hundreds. And it is $75 also. Okay. Roly poly. Yep. Yep. I loved roly poly bugs as a kid. Roly polies. Roly polies. So this is really fun. It's printed on plastic over, like a brass look. I think it is brass. It's probably made in India. It probably used to have a sticker. It's like oval shaped. It's really interesting. I like the pattern. It's just kind of like a tribal earth tone deal. And I don't know much more than that. That's annoying. You see where they joined, but this one is smooth. That's a plastic, and this is brass. Sure, it was made in India. It's just these muted earth tone colors. I would say this is probably 90s. A lot of this kind of stuff was made in through the 70s to the 90s in India. Here's the inside. Just that bright brassy color. And then you see how it's oval? That's different, and that's interesting. There is no marks, but just based on so many things I've seen that are like this, although they use copper a lot, but they also use brass in India. And then the plastic says, the plastic says more like the late 80s to 90s to me. And it goes on really smooth. It's a ladies small medium. Small medium. And, $12. $12. It's a really nice, just muted. God, why is it doing that? I hate that. Let me put this roly poly. Yep. Let me put this over there so that you get a better idea of. It's just a nice boho tribal bracelet. It feels really good on. I don't think this was ever worn. It has no wear at all, but it's not new. It's got too much real metal. Okay. And I like that it's oval. That's just it's not like someone didn't bend it like that. That is how it was made. And I think that helps to make it so it can be a medium as well. Okay, so I'm going to show this last piece, which is I just dropped the bag. I spent so much time sorting and putting all that stuff in the different boxes. Metal bracelets in one, all contemporary. Metal bracelets in another, all vintage. Plastic vintage in one, necklace, same thing. I spent hours sorting it out the other day. Hours. And I still have to do this giant bowl of all the earrings and brooches. And, that's one thing I haven't really shown a lot of tonight is brooches. I didn't bring a lot because they're all hiding over there. I have one. So I'll show this one brooch. It's inexpensive because I just didn't pull a lot. And then this one contemporary thing, and then we're done. Brass. And that was just 12. Yep. 12. Okay. And then do this. Okay. Brooch. Muppets, let's start this at oh, good Lord. It's probably from the 80s or 90s. Let me make sure. Hold on, that it closes. I always want to make sure that everything works. It does. There is no maker. Started at 10. 10. And I think it's from the 80s. Just a very simple bow. Gold tone. Gold tone bow brooch. So I'm showing it sideways currently, right? But you could wear it sideways, or you could wear it like that. I like it like this better. Or you could pin it upside down and wear it like that. Now I'm just being silly, y'all. Here's the back. The back is what leads me to believe it's from the 90s. The pin back, it's just your safety clasp. And it's more hollow, lightweight, and it doesn't have that telltale pattern of the other metal on the back that the 30s, 40s, 50s, and sometimes 60s pieces have. So it's just a sweet little thing, real fast. $10. I'm sure it's about 3 inches. And I'm going to show this last thing, and we're going to call it a night, and I'm going to go get my little thrown together meal. Yep, 3 inches. Yep. 3 inches. Okay. Let's show this last contemporary thing, and then we're going to call it a night, and I so appreciate all of you being here and hanging out with me. I really always do. So this is going to start at 18, and it's the last piece of the night, and I haven't gotten any requests. And that's okay. Dia pendant. That's okay. I mean, sometimes there's, a lot of items bought, and other times, there's just a little bit, but it's Friday and I get to hang out with my friends, and that's worth a lot of money. I don't even think money is the right word, but that's a lot. That means a lot. So, I'm good with that. So this is freaking cool. It's contemporary, but it's cool. Blown glass, blue with copper fritz. See that? There you go. Black lines. There's also copper fritz kind of in the background in some places. It's really a good one. Artisan piece. There you go. There's the blue. There you go. That's the right color. And I mean, they did such a good job. And on the back, here's how they curled it over. to make the loop for a pendant. So that it is a pendant. So you could put a cord or put it on a chain. And then down here at the bottom, it twists. See the twist? It twists. Twists, it twists. It twists. And then there's the back. See, there's the blue color. It's just a really nice piece of blown glass for a pendant. I think it's really nice. I would wear this. In fact, I should wear it. And it's really blue. See, there you go. Blue. With the black, just the bold black glass pulled through it. And then the copper fritz. There's the little dots, but there's also more in the background. And all the movement of this piece is just really cool. Thank you, Muppets. And then it just, golly, man, if I see there, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. That's a big piece. That would be actually very interesting to put it on like a headband and be like a Cleopatra look. That's some seriously interesting concept going on right there. I kind of like that. I don't know. I must be getting late. I must be hungry because what? Okay. But I'm serious though. There's an interesting Cleopatra thing going on. So it's 2 1/4 inches long. Muppets, I know. It's like, what is wrong with her? And at its widest, 1 1/4 inches wide. And the opening, for a chain or a cord is no problem. Whatever you want to do, no problem. I think this is, beautiful. And it's dark, dark blue. Why doesn't it show? I mean, it shows on the back. See? But it is that color on the front, y'all. So I just want you to know. Even though it's showing like this clear on the front, it is this dark blue with a little bit of clear, because this is layered. There's dark blue on the back glass and then clear on the front. It is 2 pieces of glass. Can you, in the twist, do you see the seam? So there's just, see that light, thin strip of the dark blue, and then the rest of it is clear. But so when, there it is, see the blue? Boom. It is blue. Okay. So, oh no, Advil, Muppets. Yeah. I've been I'm in pain every day. And by this time of night, I'm always not feeling very good. And I go gather up my dinner and get in bed and watch some true crime or Friends or Downton Abbey, or sometimes something, like a Forrest Gump, or, just depends. But the problem I have, unless I go down to my bed to have dinner or go up when I'm at my homestead, by about 5, I can only put on a really long movie if I start watching it about 5 or 6, because once I eat dinner and I'm in my chronic pain and my fibro is starting to go, I'm out within an hour and a half, and then I wake up, within an hour or so. But I missed the whole middle of the movie, and it's like, well, that's just dumb. So I just started going to like series. It's just not worth it. Okay. Thank you for being back, Muppets. So this was the last item of the sale. This was the last item. And I appreciate everyone for being here. Muppets, thank you for helping me. Thank you for being such a good friend to everyone. Thank you for being a friend to me. Thank you, Nightmare, for being a friend to me. Sandra, thank you for always being here. For almost always. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that comes by. I appreciate everyone that looks. I appreciate the people in the Lurkers Lounge. I just, I have a good time with all of you. And I always look forward to Fridays. And that's when, for instance, when I had my doctor's appointment today, I was like, well, shoot, I can't be there at 4. Maybe I just need to cancel. And then I was like, heck no, Friday is my fun time to hang out with my friends. I'm not canceling. I'm just pushing it back half an hour, because this is my time with my fun people, with my community, and so thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Like I said, Wednesday, I will be doing jewelry, but lower end, contemporary and vintage. So, generally lower prices. So not always a lower quality, but just a little different. If that makes any sense, you can come to a Wednesday and see. And sometimes I have friends who come in on a Wednesday and they know their vintage and they want their copper and they want their coral or their listener. So I always have it on the side because I know when they're there that that's what they want. And then I start pulling it. And I always bring a few household items on Wednesday. I'm trying to keep it to about 5 or 6 household items and 15 jewelry items, so that it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I will be on next Wednesday. And then, like I said, I will be invoicing because it will be the end of the 2 weeks build a box. And I hope everyone has a fabulous weekend. Ooh, and I can announce, because Dandy was here and she said it, that it looks like me and Dandy are going to play next Friday together, either on my channel or hers. And I'm willing to do a 5-hour show with Dandy next Friday. That's going to be awesome. So that said, since me and Dandy are going to do a sale together, I think that I'm not going to close my boxes until after Friday, because Dandy and I will have fun. We'll have a good time. So I'm going to wait until next Friday and then invoice over Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Yeah. I love playing with Dandy. Oh my God. Another love bug. So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So I'm going to wait on my Build-A-Boxes and bill over Labor Day weekend. I love everyone. Have a fabulous weekend. It is 8:15 here for me, and God only knows what time it is for all of you. And I appreciate you more than you know. Yes, please drop Dandy's link. And Jason, did you drop Jason's link when he was in here? I don't think so. We should have done that. I should have said for you to drop his link, because he was saying he was going to tell all of his 8,000 followers to come to my channel, which is just crazy. I don't know. My God. Anyway, I'm blessed. You're blessed. Bless you all. Love you. I'll see you sooner than later. You know I'll see you in another chat. Hugs. Good night.